Good evening. Now your STV News, including the headlines for air. The Supreme Court has ruled that Scotland can set a minimum price for alcohol after a legal challenge was thrown out. Legislation for a 50p per unit minimum was approved by Holyrood 5 years ago, but has been tied up in court challenges. The Scotch Whisky Association had argued that minimum unit pricing was disproportionate.
The submission that the Scottish Government should have gone further than it did to assess market impact is not realistic. The sunset clause, indicating the provisional nature of the regime, is also a relevant factor in favour of upholding it, as the Court of Justice itself said that it could be. The appeal is for these reasons dismissed.
Alex Rowley has stepped down as interim leader of Scottish Labour after his former partner made claims about his conduct. The woman, who asked not to be named, spoke to the Scottish Sun. Mr Rowley, who also resigned as deputy leader of the party in Scotland, has denied the allegations and says he will clear his name. A 23-year-old man has died and a 23-year-old woman is fighting for her life following a crash on the A96 in Moray this morning. A 2-year-old boy was also seriously injured in the accident. He's being treated in hospital in Elgin along with his mother and a 66-year-old man. Unions representing workers at engineering firm Bifab have been meeting the Scottish Government as efforts to save the company continue. Up to 1,400 jobs could be lost in Fife and the Western Isles if the firm goes under. And the main headlines in air this evening: senior management from Stena and P&O Ferries have urged the Transport Minister to make improvements to the A77 during a meeting at Holyrood. The campaign group told Humza Yousaf the route is one of the most dangerous in the country. And North Ayrshire Council has agreed to adopt smoke-free zones at schools across the area. The agreement was set at a meeting to underline the council's commitment to the well-being and health of young people. And that's all for now. Do remember to join us for the STV News at 6. But first, it's time for a look at the weather. Have a good evening. Goodbye.
TUI sponsors STV Weather. TUI sponsors STV Weather.